Hey there, today we're doing a review of this bag. It's the Wandrd Prvke Zip 21 liter. Here at Nomads Nation, we've been reviewing the world's best EDC and travel gear for 7 years. And in this video, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know about this bag. We're gonna fully pack it out, double check its advertised capacity. I'm gonna give you my brutally honest pros and cons and overall scores. And if you're not quite sold that this is the bag for you, you're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video, because there I will give you 2 alternative suggestions for bags that might better suit your needs. Let's jump into it. Let's talk about the gist of the Wandrd Prvke Zip 21 liter. And I'm very excited about this review because the first review we ever published on Nomads Nation was of the original Wandrd Prvke roll top. And since then, Wandrd, who is a gear company based in the States, they're known for making really good photography gear. Wandrd's been pumping out a lot of new products. And this is the evolution of that Prvke roll top, which is now offered in 3 sub-designs. We got the roll top Prvke, the pocket Prvke, and this guy, the Zip Prvke. Let me run you through some of the bag's top features. It's got a classic backpack silhouette with some really modern fabrics. Quick access front pocket here. 1 water bottle holder, 1 quick access side pocket, quick access top pocket, clamshell style back opening to the main compartment. And the main compartment has a tech storage sleeve with a bunch of organization. And then you also have a divider in the middle. And this zipper access, which can give you access to the top cubby. This is the camera cube, but it is sold separately. On a note of cameras too, I am not a photographer, nor am I a videographer. Why in God's name are you reviewing a photography bag then? Let me tell you. As somebody who has reviewed 700 plus backpacks and built a few of my own, there's just a different perspective that I might be able to give you in regards to this bag, the way it's designed, the use case, the functionality. And even Wandrd themselves say this is not just a photography bag, but it's also a travel bag and everyday bag. So we're gonna look at it through that lens. Wandrd claims this bag is 21 liters in capacity. Here at Nomads Nation, we always double check that. All right, now that the bag is fully packed out, let's double check the dimensions. We got a height of 17.5 inches, a width of 12 inches, and a fully packed out base depth of 8 inches. So as you can see, we're at just under 20 liters. And if you saw, we only filled out the main compartment because all these other pockets are very tight and small. But if you would add them up all together, you can definitely say this bag is a very comfortable 21 liters. Wandrd claims this bag is 2.6 pounds, which we can verify on scale number 1, and same thing on scale number 2. As of recording, the Wandrd Zip comes in 2 color options. This is what the bag looks like when it's empty, and this is what it looks like when fully packed out and worn on the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", and Jason Bagmoa is 6'2". And don't worry, we're gonna pack this bag out fully throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. All Wandrd products are protected by their Wandrd More, Worry Less warranty, which basically means that as long as you own the gear, and if that gear fails due to manufacturing defects, Wandrd's got your back. I'll be honest, I haven't heard much chatter in the comments about how well Wandrd does or does not honor that warranty. And for all that, the 21 liter version of this bag comes in at 235 USD, and the 31 liter is 255 USD. And remember, that's only the bag. No accessories, no camera cubes. Now that price point is gonna give us the context we need to decide if this bag is worth it. And if at any point in this review you think the bag is worth it, and you're gonna make a purchase or you wanna find out more information, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description. 2 reasons why. First, that link makes sure that you get the best price. And second, oftentimes we have discount codes. So if we do for Wandrd with this bag, that's where we'll be. Let's talk about the front of the Wandrd Prvke Zip 21 liter. It's a bag that has a really, low-key look to it. Nothing threatening, nothing too attention grabbing. It definitely looks modern though. That's gonna be because of the materials that Wandrd is using for this bag. And Wandrd has been rocking the same fabric for years. 900D tarpaulin. And I love it for a bag material for a few reasons and don't like it for other reasons. Pros. It is stupid weather resistant, which makes sense if you're carrying expensive camera gear, but it's basically, just a sheet of plastic. And it makes sense. It's literally like tarpaulin sheets that you see like at a construction site or something. Like that's what this is. But here's what makes tarpaulin extra awesome is, unlike other waterproof materials, tarpaulin doesn't really peel. It's not like a PU coated nylon that will look and function the same way at first, but then over the years will really start to peel. Tarpaulin is heavy duty. I'm not saying it's not possible for it to peel, but more or less, just check the comments. Google Wandrd backpack peeling. And given the fact that they've used the same fabric for so many years, like you'd find out about that, but honestly, like it's usually not a problem with this fabric. But on the flip side, a fabric like this is really thick. Like to get that much durability and weather resistance, it's just heavy. It's strong, which is great, but it's not a light, malleable, super malleable fabric. Wandrd's logo, bit big for my taste, but the monochromatic black on black makes it a little bit more low key. We've also got 1, 2, 3, 4 external lash points. You can use to clip things on externally on your bag. Works with the Wandrd ecosystem as well. Let's talk about one of the most important parts about this bag, the front quick access zip pocket. Now this is accessible with a PU-coated zipper. And the PU-coated zipper makes sense because this is very weather resistant, the tarpaulin. So you want a zipper that matches it, but PU-coated zippers can peel over time. So do keep that in mind. It doesn't really with the functionality of the bag. It just looks like a peeled zipper. Now let's see if Wandrd's using YKK. They are, thank God, at this price point. Gotta have YKK. Then you can see in this pocket, it's simple. No other organization. It runs the entire height and width of this panel. You can use this pocket for something bulkier, like your over-the-ear headphones, and obviously for smaller things as well. But keep in mind, if you put something bulky in there, this is not it's not a pocket that has a lot of volume to it. There's no darts or any other tricks to give it extra capacity. So when the main compartment is fully packed out, whatever's in there gets a little squished and difficult to access. So that's the negative side of this pocket, but on the bright side, if you like fast access and the main compartment's not fully packed out, it's a super easy pocket to swing the bag around and to grab really fast. It's big, it's beefy, and it's definitely one of the better selling points of the bag, at least when it comes to access. I think that should handle it for the front. Let's move on to the meat and potatoes of this bag and talk about the middle of the Wandrd Prvke Zip 21 liter. We got more lash points at the bottom of the bag and a zipper pocket at the bottom where you can store a rainfly, potentially even Wandrd's rainfly. But to make this work, it ended up compromising the bag's ability to self-stand. I'm actually kind of shocked. I thought this bag would self-stand fairly well, but in my week of testing it, it did not. Not at all. On this side, we got a water bottle pocket, which we will test in a second when the bag is fully packed out. On the other side, we have what you photographers out there will call a godsend. Quick access pocket. This is where you can connect it to the camera cube, and these parts flow together, allowing you to quickly grab your DSLR or other camera equipment. But for those of us out there who are not photographers, or for the photographers out there who also want to know what this bag is like on those non-camera days, this is just a great quick access pocket. It's wide, it gives you access to whatever you need in the main compartment, and this internal organization here, while obviously intended for SD cards and batteries, can also work for other small things like your tissues. I actually think this pocket is awesome. It just opens so fast. The dual zipper access allows you to customize the opening, therefore putting both zippers on the bottom or on the top, get really fast access, not PU coated on this side, which is a great call. It's just a really well-designed pocket overall. And enhancing that are these zipper pulls. I don't love these zipper pulls for the way that they look. They're kind of corny and cheesy, but let me tell you, functionally speaking, they're probably the best because you can do this with the bag. And it just gives you such a grip point. They're the only zipper pulls that you can actually hold the bag with. And it gives you a lot of leverage and makes opening and closing compartments super easy. So again, not my favorite choice aesthetically, but functionally, it works very well. Top handle, not a lot of padding here. We're using a coarse nylon webbing that's very well constructed. It's got really strong stitching. I mean, look at this double bar tack stitching on both of these sides right here. So the handle's it ain't going anywhere, but it might lack that sort of luxurious, soft, padded feeling that a lot of us like on our top handles, but plenty of space to grab. Overall, I think it's a really nice handle. Top quick access pocket, this thing's deep. It runs down to about here. It's using Wandrd's standard lining, just gray. It's not like a microfiber, so I'm not like super jazzed up to put my glasses in there, but carrying them in there for a week, it was fine. Got some depth to it, easy to grab. A pocket like this on a backpack goes a really long way. Now getting into the main compartment, in the middle, we have this top axis. It's only half zip, the zippers stop here and here. But thank God this exists, because otherwise the only way to get into the main compartment would be through that back clamshell style opening, which rocks in its own way when you need it. But when you don't, you just want to grab something from the top of your bag, game changer. Because without this, the bag would not be fun. And for us non-photographers out there, it's been fun to kind of play around with a photography bag because you have this panel right here. We gotta go through the back to show you the middle. So you can see you got this panel right here, which you can Velcro into the bag itself and out of sight, out of mind. But when you want to make a cubby system, that's when this bag really shines, because you can go and Velcro it in here and underneath this opening here, and now cubby system initiate. And I love the cubby system. I'll be honest, it's not my favorite backpack ever, but having things that were in my main compartment that were elevated and super easy to grab, and then just sort of having like the big stuff in here that I don't really need access to versus the things in here that I want faster access to, that was awesome. So again, for my over-the-ear headphones, this is actually where I ended up keeping them. The cubby just makes everything accessible. The divider right here elevates your gear, it makes it accessible. I don't love how dark it was in there. You can see we have a black Darlington mesh pocket here that's zippered with a key leash, but it's quite dark coming in from the top. But the cubby system did end up being quite fun to use. And then what that allows you to do is load up the bottom of the main compartment with whatever gear you want, which, just to showcase the size, standard packing cube is a perfect fit. So if you're into super light one bag travel, I can do it. One weekend, one packing cube, no problems. Then this is actually a nice little bag for that. Now we're gonna transition into the back, but before we do, now we got the bag fully packed out, let's test the water bottle pocket. This is a zipper water bottle pocket, and these have pros and cons. On the pro side, it can look really flush when it's zipped closed. Quite smart, right? Very sleek, low key, out of the way. Then to unzip, you then have this expander right here with some power mesh, a great fabric that has some elasticity to it. But I've often found, testing a lot of bags, that these water bottle pockets don't work as well as like the cream of the crop water bottle holders and pockets, like the Evergood CTB 26, the new Air Travel Pack 4. But you can see we got our 24-ounce Columbia water bottle here. Slide it in, no problem. And then you have this lash point right here to secure the water bottle in place, or tripod, selfie stick. You can obviously fit a lot more than just a water bottle in these pockets. 1 liter Yeti also can fit in there. Not too bad, actually. But one thing that's annoying about this water bottle pocket is this tarpaulin material is very rubbery and sticky, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of this panel, which means when this bag is fully packed out, trying to get your water bottle in and out, it could be a bit of a bicep workout. You're doing like bicep in, tricep out, but on the good side, it's gonna really help secure your water bottle as well, so big pro and a con there. Personal item tester. This is 18 by 14 by 8 inches. Common US personal item size. You can see we're absolutely gonna fit with room to spare. I'll talk about a few reasons why I think this will be a great personal item bag to pair with the luggage. But before we do, if you dig bags and travel and all the nerdery that I'm getting into in this video, then you're probably a little bit of a gearhead and you like travel and EDC and bags. And if that's the case, you might be happy to find out that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do epic bag reviews on our YouTube channel, but we also have the Nomads Nation newsletter. And in that newsletter, I deliver to around 10,000 people on a weekly basis what's happening in the world of carrying. Limited edition drops, newest releases, industry trends, and everything in between. So if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening in this incredible industry, be sure to look for this globe emoji in the description below. Hope to see you in your inbox. Let's talk about the back of the Wandrd Prvke Zip 21 liter. Just to kind of go back into the main compartment, we now have this entire back panel, which has pockets galore. Looks like a pair of cargo pants almost. There's so many zips on this thing. Obviously ideal for all of your photography gear, but also can work for non-photography gear. And I love how these pockets are gusseted like this, giving them their own volume. So you can fit bulkier things. These pockets are not super flat. However you want to organize these pockets, got your back. You might end up fighting for some space between here and here if this is particularly full, but that's not usually how these things work. And in my testing, the volume of these pockets was great, and it all kind of worked very cohesively. For the tech compartment, let's see if we can fit our 16-inch MacBook Pro cutout. Just barely can. Very tight fit. You can see that we've got some elevation on the bottom of the bag. This is a false bottom. Means if your bag hits the ground, your laptop is less likely to get damaged. Really nice padding on both sides. Velcro strap to secure everything. Overall, very nice execution across the board on the laptop compartment. Now, when I said that this bag could be a great personal item, it's because of this luggage pass-through holder right here. Got a little bit of space in there, bar tack stitching on either side, so it's gonna be very strong and secure, and you can see, slide this on over. Whew. Very nice. Keeps the bag upright, which is my personal preference. And then you get quick access to the cubby, quick access pocket. This is one negative thing about this sort of laptop access design though, is that you always have to like move the shoulder straps out of the way. And I really do not like that because I'm lazy. And it's not just this bag, it's a go ruck, it's a packable. Any bags where the laptop and or in this bag's case, the main compartment is hindered by shoulder straps. It's just something that doesn't seem like a big deal the first time you do it, but over the weeks and months and years that you use the bag, for me, it really adds up. But I'm also like a crazy person with my laptop and just like my relationship to my work. Like I got this ADHD brain, so if I get an impulse, like I have to answer that email or have to respond to that comment, whatever it might be, and if I need my laptop, I need it right away. So this doesn't work for me. It was definitely my least favorite part of this bag. But another one of my least favorite parts was the comfort. It's not that it's an uncomfortable bag, it's just not the most comfortable. It's just kind of like middle of the road. I don't know what specifically about the comfort I didn't love. Comfort is very subjective. It's gonna be different from person to person. Shoulder straps are the right width. We're at just like, just around 2 3/4. They're chunky, they're well padded. We got some nice breathable ventilated mesh, plus a sternum strap, but for some reason, it was just kind of middle of the road for me. It was fine, it wasn't uncomfortable. Not the best, not the worst, just kind of somewhere in between. Shoulder straps have plenty of lash points if you like to carry things externally on your bag. Cheap nylon webbing at the bottom. It's got a roughness to it, like a coarseness in a way that feels strong, but it also doesn't feel very luxurious at the price point. Seriously, that's why I was thinking of our Lord Jesus Christ. And thank John Stamos, we have the dangle stoppers here to keep the dangle in its place. Now, the most important part, let us conclude this review by giving you my overall pros and cons. Pro number 1 is organization. Whether it's the cubby system or that back tech sleeve, or even in this guy, right? There's just a lot of pockets in here, and for that reason, it's a bag that can keep you organized. Pro number 2 is gonna be the weather resistance of this tarpaulin material. Will be a big, unique selling point for a lot of people. And the fact that it'll actually last too. Tarpaulin's a great choice. More bag companies should use tarpaulin. And pro number 3 is this side pocket. Even for me, a non-photographer, I got such great use out of it. I kept my compressible tote in there for when I went to Welcome to do some grocery shopping. But on the flip side, cons. I got a few. Con number 1, compromised access into the main compartment. Moving these shoulder straps every single time it's annoying, for me at least. Con number 2, I didn't love the choice of color for the internal lining. I just found it a very dark bag to have to use. And for con number 3, I don't think this bag provides the best value on the market. I'm not saying it's egregiously overpriced, but by market standards, I think that there's some better value options that you can get. Now let's take these pros and cons, mash them together, and give you my overall scores. Should be noted, the pros and cons and the overall scores I'm about to give you, just completely personal, based on my experience using the bag. For comfort, I give this bag a 3 out of 5. It's middle of the road, it's fine. I don't know why it's not like extra comfy, considering the fact that it's checking a lot of the boxes that I want in terms of width and depth of shoulder straps and ventilation and sternum strap, but I don't know. Just wasn't my favorite, but it's good, it's fine. 3 out of 5. Next up for value, again, 3 out of 5. Kind of middle of the road. If you're comparing this to like an air backpack, which you can get at a similar and even slightly lower price point, I just think that you're gonna get more value there. Better fabrics, better materials. And my overall score for this bag is a 3 out of 5. With the caveat of understanding I'm not a photographer. So it's important to remember, I'm just giving you the durability aspect and how it's sewn and the volume and how well I think the bag will last. So if you're a photographer and you love everything this bag is bringing to the table for that part of your life, and you also wanted to see how it works as an EDC and or a travel bag, then I think that you've got actually a really good combo here. And if that's the case and you're thinking about making a purchase, just a reminder, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description, just because that link makes sure that you get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's where you'll find them. But if you're not quite sold on the Zip, let's talk alternatives. First up, if you are new to the Nomads Nation channel, you should definitely check out our leaderboard rankings video. In this video, myself and the rest of the Nomads Nation crew, we get together and pick our favorite bags in different bag categories. I've gone ahead and linked that above. Also, in case you're not aware, here at Nomads Nation, after reviewing hundreds of the world's best bags, we decided to start our own bag brand. That brand is called Firo, and we're on a mission to help modern professionals stay streamlined and focused. We launched a sling, we launched a travel bag, we also launched our own EDC bag, and I'm so proud of what we built there, not only in terms of products, but also community. If you want to learn more about our bags, you can do so at firo.co or with the second link in the description. But if we're really close with the Zip, here are 2 specific alternatives that might get you closer. My first recommendation will be the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. If you are a photographer and you've been on planet Earth for longer than 3 seconds, you've probably heard of this backpack. But there's probably a lot about it you don't know. that we analyze in our review, where we test the capacity and see what it can fit. Now, it's a little bit more expensive, coming in at $280 USD, but it does come with those flex fold dividers and a much brighter interior and kind of better hardware and a lot better of a use case, depending on what you want. And my second alternative will be the Moment Everything Backpack 21 liter. Great pick for you if you're not looking for like a futuristic jetpack looking bag like the Peak Design Everyday Backpack. You want something a bit more subtle, discreet. You want it at a little bit lower of a price point, but you also want it to work very well within a company's photography accessory ecosystem. Honestly, all three bags are pretty awesome. You just gotta pick the best one that suits your needs. And to learn more about the two alternatives, you can just watch these videos right here. If you have any questions about any bags, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you guys next time.